anyone can get ripped. There, I said it. I know. Before I get canceled, before I get like emails and hate and like death threats and all that, let me break down what I mean by that. Most people have a different understanding of what being ripped means than what I do, right? So for me, being ripped means something that can be completely different to somebody else, and that's really important. And we'll come back to that because that ties back to how we get that solution. How do we get ripped? What's the solution? How do we make it happen? Stay tuned and I'll let you know how it goes. First of all, let's break down what are three things or three variables that most people don't think about when they're working towards becoming a ripped human being. First of all, one of the main things is individual learning history. It's really important that we understand our personal learning history, and if you're a coach, it's important for you to understand your clients' or coachees' learning history. And by learning history, what I mean is, how were you raised? Who taught you stuff? How do you get your information? What made you the person that you are here today? That's not something that you were born with. Basically, that's individual learning history. And because we all have different sets of eyes, we have completely different perspectives. No two people, even if you're twins, look like at the same things in life. We just look at different things. And that's what differentiates all of us and makes our uniqueness so beautiful. But moving on, the second step is genetics. So if becoming ripped or getting ripped is a goal of yours, it's really important for you to understand or have a decent understanding of your genetics, right? It's really necessary. A great example of this, let's say you want to get ripped so you can have a six-pack abs and you can just be ripped all the time or whatever. You can just take your shirt off at the beach and not feel bad about it. Genetics comes in handy if you were born, let's say you were born without a midsection. Let's say you were just like chest and hamstrings or something, chest and legs, and you don't have any midsection. It's going to be really impossible, like truly impossible, or at least very unlikely for you to get that desired six-pack that you want, because you weren't born, like you simply don't have the muscle group to get there. Okay, the last one. So most importantly, the main thing that matters when you value being or getting ripped is work ethic. Sure, individual learning history has a lot to do with it and the stuff that we learn, but all the stuff we can unlearn it. Sure, genetics is a massive barrier for many of us, but most of us don't have the genetic barriers that will stop us from getting ripped. Most human beings have the ability and the opportunities to be ripped and live a ripped life, if that's what you want to call it. But the solution, let's move on to the main thing. Because from speaking to clients and friends and family and just trying to really figure out where the disconnect was between where they are and where their ripped selves would have been. And I found that the main thing is just definition. And okay, so solution is definition. Wait, Carlos, it makes no sense. But it does though. Hear me out. Hear me out. So basically, what I'm asking you to do, if getting ripped and staying ripped is something that you strive to do, is to clarify and simplify clarify your definition of being ripped. For example, the clearer that you are, the more objective that you are, the more measurable that your observations are, then the easier it is for you to choose behaviors that are going to lead you to that goal. For example, I had a goal of having really defined six-pack, a really defined abs. But I was struggling a little bit because my definition wasn't clear and concise. I was telling myself that I wanted to get ripped. Just wanted to get ripped. but I'm doing everything that these people on YouTube are telling me. I'm doing everything that Carlos told me on Instagram. You know, right? Yes, is your definition clear though? Because if it's not, then you're not gonna get your desired goal. So, what do I mean by a definition of ripped? Let's break it down. Let's make it scientific. So, a definition for ripped could easily be someone who has low body fat, high muscle tone. See how that's already a lot easier for you to like start thinking of ways to increase those goals. So if I'm saying I want lower body fat, I know that in order to do that, I need to do more cardio, I need to eat cleaner, I need to eat basically I need to do cardio and eat cleaner. If I want more muscle mass, I know that I have to lift. I know that I have to stretch. I know that I have to take care of my muscles so that I can continue to create those tiny tears that would eventually allow them to grow and get stronger. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share with you guys today. So yeah, if you're ready, if you want to learn more about the stuff that I talked about here, or if you want to learn more about behavior change or habit creation in general, I highly recommend you check out my Behavior Academy course. I just released it this week. I went out of my way to make sure that it was affordable. It's only $249, so absolutely anyone can afford it. And it's a 6-week program, so you'll have weekly homework where you'll be able to like focus and like really create a concise and effective personal development plan using some of this stuff that I'm talking about here.